I'm the shit, you know I'm all that. Hello, hater.
What's up, guys? It's Kason here. We're back with another episode of ELP Lit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get a little litty, have a little lituation if y'all just have a little patience. But here today, we have father, husband, artist, veteran, New Jersey native, music veteran, and off-top partner, Legacy.
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? Glad to be here.
Okay. So, for the first thing I do want to say, something I noticed from the first time that I, met you, you kind of a big guy, bro. so I guess the question I want to say is you play football or anything like that?
I haven't played since high school, man. I think when I first got here, there was a little community league called Sun City. I played flag football with them, but that was about it, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'm gonna kind of dive in a little quickly.
Okay.
All right. So, do you remember how we first met?
I don't remember how we first met.
Okay. So, met you at my first event, and you had rolled with Schizo.
Okay.
All right. Do you remember the first thing you ever said to me?
First thing I said, nah.
Okay. So you was like, I remember Schizo pulled up and he's like, "Hey man, I got these two people with me. Can they get in with me? You know, blah blah blah." And it's my first time, so I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I remember you was like, Legacy don't get in free?
I did say that, didn't I?
And you know, at the time I was like, who is he? You know, but actually then once you said your name, I was like, I was like, oh yeah, I seen him around a little bit,
yeah.
on Instagram and stuff.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, all right. But actually, because of that made me remember you. So it's like me and my girl actually took time to listen to your music.
Oh wow.
To I guess acquaint ourselves with who you were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's when we kind of figured out. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So I guess now the digging I could do, I think you already told me before we started, but I thought you was from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where my roots is, only because I spent so much time between Atlanta and Covington and the surrounding areas, growing up from middle school to high school. So usually if you see it in the bio, that's why I said, because that's where a lot of my memories are. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So it's a debate that's been around for a long time. That I've had this debate with so many people. It's like, if you say you from someplace, so all right, for example, right? I'm from Charlotte. Okay, so when you say Atlanta, I'm like, oh, I'm 2 hours away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I say I'm from Charlotte because that's where I grew up.
Yeah.
Now some people say you have to be born from somewhere to say you from there.
I don't think so. I think the idea is right. First of all, we're from wherever we're from. Even now, I catch myself sometimes saying I'm from El Paso. I've been here over 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A good portion of my adult life is here. You know what I'm saying? So people might ask me, and I'm gonna say, "Oh, I'm from New Jersey, Atlanta, and now El Paso." I feel like people saying, "Oh yeah, yada 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 yada." You from where you born? Okay, you could have been born in Germany and then left Germany a year into being in Germany. You're not really from Germany. You didn't experience Germany. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't think that really falls into the category.
And it's it's only because of, for example, being from North Carolina, I feel like we cling to who is from there.
Oh yeah.
So we like I said, we'll claim Michael Jordan, we'll claim J. Cole,
Yeah.
right? But then some people are like, oh, J. Cole was born in Germany. He's not really from North Carolina. Oh, Michael Jordan spent until he was 5 years old, he was in New York. But I was like, but where's his
roots?
Yeah, so I guess where that come from. But I wanted to ask something about Atlanta because even though I'm only 2 hours away, I've never actually been to Atlanta. I just like, passed through. So is it true what they say where it's like, you gotta be careful out there?
Yeah, man. Atlanta is not a joke, man. And you know what? Atlanta is a very creative place, first of all. Shout out to everybody who's currently living in Atlanta, whether you hustling the 9 to 5, you chasing your dreams, or you in school, or you just doing whatever. It's a really unique place. You go to Atlanta, first thing you're gonna catch off the rip is just character, you know what I'm saying? People with just different types of modes, mentalities. But there is certain places in Atlanta where I wouldn't tell you to go hang out after 8 o'clock. You feel me? Not only because, I mean, it's anywhere, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their hooligans, but Atlanta got some mental patience, man. That's all I can call it, bro, because them boys up there, and the females, boys and females, they don't play, man. They don't play.
All right. Do you have to be careful with, like, I mean, I'm in a relation, I'm good, but like somebody go up there, they gotta be careful knowing if it's a boy or a girl up there?
Oh yeah. You know what's crazy? A lot of people probably don't know this, but Atlanta is the home of the gays. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the LGBTQ community. You know what I'm saying? No hate on that side, but that's where pride really resides, man. Like you got them galore up there. Yeah.
Okay. And now, and getting back into the music in a way. Now I know. Would you say most of your rap career has been in El Paso?
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay. With that being said, do you feel like you would have more success in Atlanta?
Definitely. I feel like the difference between here and Atlanta, it's a lot of, when it comes to the community, like the music community here in El Paso, it's a lot of people who they move beside themselves. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to work together. I knew from being young, I was a foster kid at one point, and I realized after that, it takes a village. It takes a village to get you where you want to go. It takes a village to get other people where they want to go. And a lot of people here don't have that village mentality. Like they live amongst the idea that, you know what, like it's just me and my homies, and it'd be like 3 of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But not all 3 of them make music. You know what I'm saying? Or not all 3 of them are promotion savvy. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to do everything. In Atlanta, you gonna come off the rip with more people. Like I said, my music career really started here, but I went to college in Atlanta, and I was going to college for criminal justice.
Okay.
The college I was going to had a music department with a nice state-of-the-art studio. I was freestyling down the hall from the music department.
Okay.
Just off the strength of me freestyling, they invited me to come use the studio.
Okay.
So if I had really took my music serious back then, oh man, it would have been crazy, bro. It would have been crazy.
With that, how old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay, 33. Okay, with that being, I feel like you fall into a certain, would you say that, because with the freestyle, a lot of people, I feel like, especially my generation and on, because I'm 27.
Okay.
I feel like on, they can't go off the head no more. So do you feel like and I feel like even freestyles that you see on like Sway and this and that, I feel like they're not really coming off the head, it's pre-written. So with that being said, do you feel like the freestyle like culture is dead? I feel like
it is dead. I've met, like a lot of artists, especially now, that they don't freestyle, and it doesn't take it away from who they are as an artist. There's some amazing artists that I've met, but they just don't know how to freestyle. They can't do it, and they'll ask me all the time, like, dude, how do you do that? How do you do that? I grew up freestyling, you know what I'm saying? Like it's muscle memory to me now, like it's nothing to look around the room and to just put things together and just boom, 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 but a lot of people don't know how to do that anymore.
Yeah, I think I just looked at some videos from back in the day, like DMX, and you have Nas and all of them rapping together, and they're just off the dome. And I always thought that was crazy. Also, what also amazed me, because recently I was in the studio with Arrogance, and it amazed me of the what's it called? What's the method of when you like
punching in.
punching in? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not writing anything down, and I noticed it's more common than I thought it was.
Oh, yeah.
Because looking at people like T-Pain's videos of him doing stuff, the baby punches in.
Yeah.
And I always thought, like, wouldn't that take longer? Because you gotta,
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
to me, you know what, punching in, and shout out to Arrogance, but punching in to me, like, I feel it keeps the creative juice flowing. If you kind of stop, especially if you don't have everything written down already, so you really trying to find the verse, or you're trying to find the chorus, and you're like, okay, you did this, and then you're like, I like that, what could I say next? That's gonna stop your creative juices. When you punch in and you're listening to what you said before, and you just catch that feeling, that creates some more realistic like emotion with the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel that. Also, going back to, okay, you say you 33, right? Do you feel like there is an age limit for a rapper? Or is there an age that you would tell somebody, hey, look, if you ain't got no motion by now, like...
I don't necessarily think that there's an age limit, unless you're really trying to get in front of people. Like if you're trying to be really famous, like if you're trying to be up there where the baby is, if you're trying to, create this lifestyle like them, then maybe like 35.
Okay.
Maybe like 35. But if you want to be an indie artist, if you just want to do this because you're passionate about it and you want a little fame to come with it, you could be, I would support somebody 73 years old still rapping.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 'cause I think I've seen something like, Benzino.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like older, and people were
Yeah.
getting on him like, bro, why are you rapping, man?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, my bad. Trying to keep this flowing.
Oh yeah, you good.
So actually, I want to reel it in because, this is okay. In my journey of starting this platform and everything, I feel like I have met some rappers that have this massive ego, or people in this, I guess you said, industry that have a massive ego. Do you feel like there's rappers in El Paso that think they're bigger than they really are?
I feel like this, and I won't say it's specific rappers. What I'll say is that I've come across shows and other things that I've either been a part of or that I haven't been a part of, but I've just been in the background and I watch. One of the most things that I'm known for here in El Paso is security work. My job is to watch. My job is to get ready to prevent and maintain the night. So me watching it's a natural ability at this point. And you just kind of see how some people carry themselves or how they won't speak to somebody. And it's not even beef right there, but because they feel like, oh yeah, bro, you're not on my level. But to me, like I tell everybody, even myself, and it keeps me humble, we all live in the same zip code. You feel me? Anywhere you go, I can go. Anywhere I go, you could go. You know what I'm saying? As long as that's the true nature of order, no one in this city, and I mean nobody in this city, should feel the way that they feel.
Okay, and to dig a little bit more in there. All right, now coming up as an artist, like I started by myself. Okay, and then I would try to venture out and be like, all right, well, let me start doing features. I think that would be a way to get my music out more. If I feature other people, because their fan base will hear me.
Would make sense, right?
Right. So basically, though, do you feel like it stops the progression of what you were talking about earlier, where people just be beside themselves? Do you feel like it stops the progression when there's certain artists that feel like they're so big, they're like, hey, like $500, $600 a feature?
I don't think it really stops the progression. I'll say it because at the end of the day, if somebody has a price that they feel is their price, even if it is egotistically the reason why that's their price, I'm never gonna knock somebody for what you put your price as. That's your work ethic. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like your work ethic is worth $500, cool. I may not pay for it because either I'm not in that position to pay for it, or I just, you know what, I don't want to pay for this. I was trying to, you know, work to work, you know what I'm saying? Feature for feature, whatever the case is. But I mean, it goes hand in hand. Is just that idea that, you know, if you are going to charge me that, are you telling me that your fan base is that solid? Like once I pay this,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Or if your fan base is gonna mess with me, you can't guarantee me that. Then that's nah.
Because some people, okay, what's it called? A thing that some people don't like is that Spotify shows your numbers. So it's like, but honestly, I like that.
I like that too.
Because like, say for example, I said, oh, I want a legacy verse, right? Oh, before I spend my money on that, Spotify has a way of, I could basically see what your numbers look like.
Yeah.
So I can say, all right, if I throw this money your way, then all right, then I'm gonna get at least somewhere near these numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how do you feel like people charging for verses, but they ain't even got a song over 1,000 streams?
So with that said, because especially over recent events, you know, I've been doing a lot of Spotify watching. And, you know, Spotify is very messy on that end where they do show numbers. And a lot of people that I've looked at throughout the whole El Paso, you know what I'm saying, their numbers don't touch mine. They don't touch people in my circle. To me, if I was to say, hey, let me get a song from you, and you told me I'm charging you $200 for the feature, but I know your numbers ain't nowhere near my numbers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, look, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a little played. I don't mind, but if we could just work together, because I'm not gonna charge you, I would rather do that. You know what I'm saying? I necessarily don't try to knock anybody, like I said originally. But if I can convince you to just like chill out, like drop the ego for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man to man or man to woman, you know what I'm saying? Whatever artist I'm in front of, then I'd rather do that, because music in itself, the opportunity that networking even, and I'll flip it real quick, because networking itself is just like this. Let's just say that we were talking about our fan bases versus our fan bases, and your fan bases was at about 150, mine was at about 500. Your 150, I still ain't touched yet. That's still valuable to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't matter that I have a bigger number.
Right.
It's still valuable to me, because I may not never touch them even if I keep going up. That might just be super loyal. That might be your people back home.
Yeah.
And I ain't even reached them yet.
Right.
So it would make sense. It's a smart move, and that's why I wish people would drop their egos, because it's a smarter move to just work together.
Right. Now, I'm guilty. I'm guilty of the Spotify watching. Because of course, when you said what you said at the thing, I said, man, let me see how many. Let me see what his number look like. So of course, when I say, I'm like, okay, all right. You know, how do you feel like you keep it? First of all, and I feel like what confuses me also about the listeners is, I don't be knowing, are these all like organic? Man, are these the same people coming back every month? Or are these like, oh, I've been advertising? Because I know from my history, when I advertise on Instagram, they'll go listen to your song, but they won't come back next month. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you feel like you keep that number up there? Because actually, I think I've looked at your number before, and I think it stayed consistent. So.
Yeah. I mean, mine's it took work, man. Like I said, you know, over the last few years I jumped, you know what I mean, from 0 to, I think I'm at like 4 or 5, somewhere in that medium. And it was about being consistent, but it was also about finding my lane. Like, I started out making heartbreak music, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to be on my Drake shit, whatever you want to call it. Like, and then I just went into like my real stuff, you know, like, and I found out that people really gravitate to that. Me and my girl, just yesterday, we were celebrating because I was on a radio. Somebody played my song in Colombia on the radio. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh snap! And you could see it in the Spotify analytics. Like, But I thought that was really dope. The only thing I will say I hate about it, I don't know how to reach out to them. I don't know how to, like, hey man, like, to really create a bridge where we can both, get over. I mean, I think that's the only thing that's up, but it's really just about being consistent, man. Like, and just dropping music. I'm constantly dropping music. Like, sometimes I might not even say I dropped a song and just drop it just to see if the fans that I have, if they really listen without me even saying anything. And they do. Yeah. They do. But I'll say this, most of my fans are not in El Paso.
Now what's crazy is that is something me and my girl, because like I said, we wasn't familiar with. We were shocked when we're dropping all the arrogance videos, and he was saying the statements he was saying. People is oh no, arrogance number one, arrogance, and I'm like, I didn't know he had this type of fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like, and really going hard in the comments. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think that shot me right there. But I do want to bring this up because I had heard it, and like I said, I've been doing an interview, but it seemed like every interview is connecting with each other somehow. And it's not even on purpose. It's just I pick and everybody just has a story. Now, there's been a lot of controversy over the Tulum. A lot of controversy. Now I've heard stories from a lot of different people, and understand somebody that's new in this avenue. It seemed like everybody, I don't want to say gravitated, but like everybody's like, hey, like you in this, let me tell you the messy stuff that's going around. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm in the middle, like, dang, this is, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess what I heard is that one, it was rigged from the beginning. Now that's something
crazy.
That's something I heard, but also heard that now the speculation was that you had said you had only one song, and that you basically freestyled off the head. Nobody else could really freestyle, and you took the show with that, and that's how you got number one.
Okay. Well, the show definitely wasn't rigged. From what I understood from the jump, and what I wanted El Paso to understand, especially the artist community, and especially the artists and everyone who talked about this incident, I never wanted to be in it from the jump. I wasn't interested in opening for Blue. How I even came about opening for Blue was just because my sister said, you know what, like, you've been doing so much, I would like you to try to take this opportunity to see if you could win. Right. So I was like, all right, cool. That's why if you look through the initial Young Blue thing that they had put up where they were like tag, have people tag you, I'm not really tagged because I wasn't interested in it.
Right.
So the night comes about us. Even that night, I procrastinated. I didn't show up until, I want to say, like an hour later, almost. I only brought one song. Because I intentionally planned on freestyling my second song. We all got 2 entries.
Okay.
I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Because I know what I bring to the table, and this is what I try to tell people. It's not even a cockiness about me. It's nothing crazy. I'm very humble in the idea of the artist that I have become here in 2026. You know what I'm saying? But I did it on purpose. So when it was announced that I won, not every artist felt the same that I've been hearing artists felt. There was some artists who felt like, hey, you know what, bro, you did your thing, congratulations. Right. But there was some artists who didn't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And I was cool with it still because I'm not a hater. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, when it was brought up, well, let's perform more songs. And I said, well, that's the only song I brought. But what I can do for everybody here, you perform your song and I'll freestyle off of any beat. I'll go freestyle for song. They didn't want to do that.
Yeah, I guess that, I mean, I guess what I'm hearing basically is just like, you had everybody dazzled about, oh, he going off the head. Like, I'm hearing like you calling people names out, telling them what they doing in the freestyle.
Oh yeah, I was active in Tulum.
Yeah,
that's how you supposed to be, because or else people gonna think, you wrote that. No, yeah. So I started talking about Tulum.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, girl, that's fire. But yeah. So I guess there was just a lot of controversy on that, and then like I ain't even gonna lie, like you know what I'm saying. I'm trying not to be known as Messy Kane. I'm trying my hardest, man. but I mean, if I'm being honest, what attracts viewers? The messiness. What people want to know, and honestly, what shocked me, and it's because, and I'm learning all this because of the arrogance interview I did. I didn't know that many people cared. Because as long as I've been in El Paso almost 10 years. Yeah, 9 years. No, 9 years. I've been here since 2017. And there's no unity here.
Yeah.
So it's like when he puts out this video, I put out the video and he say I'm the best and you know nobody could touch me. I'm surprised so many people had something to say. You know? So I don't know, I just think it's crazy. But with that, there's something also that came. Do you what is the reason why you didn't really want to open up for Young Blue? 'Cause I think like he's a big artist.
So my nature as an artist, and I mean maybe that's probably why people don't understand. I don't necessarily do this to create a future. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be famous. I don't mind being an independent artist. I don't mind being labeled as a indie. But I'm in school, bro. I'm in school for psychology and sociology. I'm finna be a licensed therapist.
Okay.
So this is not even my end goal. This is truly a passion that I enjoy, and if it became something, I wouldn't mind it. So opportunities like that, I don't necessarily go for. It's the same thing with shows. There's been shows where I've stood in the crowd and I was the first one asked to perform in that show, and I said no. I'm okay if I don't. I don't have to be in the spotlight.
Okay.
The funny thing is, and I guess I will say that, and I hope nobody takes it the wrong way. It's a lot of y'all who want to be in the spotlight. I'm not one of those. My music speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's cool with me. I don't mind being the background. I've always done that. If you really know me or you know somebody who knows me, they're going to tell you, yeah, Q, Legacy, he's a background type of guy. He don't really care about being in the spotlight because I don't.
Okay. And I guess with somebody, what I've heard also, they felt like your music didn't go with Young Blues. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now from what I have listened of your music, and like I'm not gonna act like I listened to your whole catalog.
Yeah.
You got a lot of songs of it.
Yeah.
So I listen to your songs during a car ride. Like,
Yeah.
you know, actually I think I listened to the EP you just dropped.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Red
Cause I was
Roses
like,
of Regret.
I don't want to listen to the old.
Yeah.
I want to listen to. I'm guessing if it's the newest, this is probably the best version of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, but it seemed like most of your tracks are very chill. Like probably don't pass over like 80 BPM.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess I also wanted to ask, do you have anything hype?
So I have funny, 2023. I had some friends hit me up and they said, man, like, you don't really try hype music, whatever, cool, blase, right? I said, yeah, man, it's not really me. I could do it, but I don't, you know? And so I have an EP called Full of Myself. I'm dropping Full of Myself Part 2 later this year. But it's literally what the EP says. It's full of myself. Like I'm being that hype version that everybody seems to want me to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have some hype music. I also have a lot of songs in the back catalog, you know what I'm saying? And it's every emotion, you know, like I feel like as an artist where I succeed is I don't stay in one lane. I don't. It may look like I do because of what I put out, but the stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes with my music and with other artists that I've been working with, it's all coming to fruition this 2026, and it's gonna be crazy. along with Full of Myself Part 2, for y'all to have some more hype music to jump to from Legacy.
Okay.
But I will say, not all Young Blues music is hype either.
No.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Young Blues music that fits within my catalog, and I'll tell y'all a little test to do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do. When you want to know if you fit with an artist, put yourself in the same playlist and let it play and see if it plays seamlessly. And I think I fit Young Blue. I didn't think I didn't, but.
What was I? Man, I think I forgot the question. Dang.
I'm gonna need you to bring that back.
Dang. I don't know why I'm forgetting it, but who do you feel like your? There we go. Who do you feel like your music, if at all, it like models behind, like, or that you influenced by?
I'll tell you the top 3 that I know I'm influenced by. Actually, the top 4: Nick Grant, J. Cole, obviously, Drake, and Reason.
Okay.
Those are the 4 people I'm influenced by.
Okay. Do you feel like you have to? Now, that's something I did notice with Off Top, and something that I always like from the beginning is that the Off Top brand wants to focus on lyricism. Do you feel like in your music, that's something you want to focus on is lyricism?
I feel like that's just natural for me. I feel like I'm a substance type of person, so my music has to be substance.
Right. Okay. And understand. Okay. And I'm gonna go into this because I feel like it was a part of my development as an artist of where people told me I was too lyrical. Hey, you're trying to. Hey, I don't want to think too hard. Like, I'll say a bar and I have to explain it to them because it was too deep. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I realized, like, hey, a lot of people are saying this. Oh, we're in an age now with a generation. Their attention span is not long enough to listen to me being lit. That's why they said J. Cole and Kendrick and Drake being where they are is really crazy, because they said lyrical rap is it's falling out, basically. So, do you feel like you've ever been in a dilemma where you'd be like, to appease people, I won't be as lyrical?
No. So, and I hate to bring up horoscope signs, but lately I've been on my horoscope signs. I'm a Taurus. We just don't care.
Yeah.
I've never thought to, and it's funny because, you know, our music is for people, but I've never thought to appease to people when it comes to my music. And I'll say it as plainly as this. While people may say I'm too lyrical, my numbers on Spotify don't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like the idea of it is that you should be who you are truly as an artist. Your fan base is gonna find you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean you can't divvy. Like I told you, I explore myself. There's songs where I'm not so lyrical, but it's not because I'm listening to people. It's just because I feel like that song didn't require me to be that lyrical.
Right.
But the idea of it is you go listen to most of my music, and you said you listened to a few. So out of those few, I'm pretty sure most of them are like, oh, okay, this man talking, like he talking, you know, like I'm not really here to always hype people up. Sometimes I want to speak to the men in the background that just got cheated on, you know what I'm saying? Or the shorty that's over there, and for the last 5 years, she's had an identity crisis with herself because she thinks she's too big or too small, you know what I'm saying? Like, I make music with intention.
I think if I would say somebody, I hope you don't take offense to it, but if I think of somebody that it reminds me of, have you ever heard of Mick Jenkins?
Oh, I love Mick Jenkins.
I think that's...
Carefree is my...
Yeah. Whew. I think that's what your music reminds me of.
Talking all that jazz. I mean, yeah. That's my boy.
Yeah.
Drink more water or you might die. Shout out to Mick Jenkins, man.
Yeah. So, it's like that. But I always liked rap like that. And I guess, like, well, it's because my girl, she's from Cali. So I know there is a divvy between, like, people from the East Coast, like if you're not lyrical, it's like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But you go over here, it's like you don't. Yeah, they don't want it like all like
Yeah.
that. So that's why I appreciate it more. You
Facts.
know. But also. What you saying? Some things you've been saying. Have you been paid for an act yet? Has anybody been like, hey man, I want you to come and perform, and we're gonna pay you to?
Oh yeah, shout out to Gemini J. I've been paid by Gemini J. He tags him and SNL El Paso. I've been paid by one of his events before to go. You know what I'm saying, do my thing.
Okay, cause I guess being in El Paso, there's a lot of people that feel like they're it. You know what I'm saying? And the case is, I guess I'd be trying to put a barometer, or at least see like, hey, what could my future be if I keep pushing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, yeah, it is a passion. It's something I love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't making no money, you got kids, you got a family, at a certain point, it's just an expensive hobby. Do you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But but me being like a veteran, I mean, and I got disability. I wake up in the morning, and I don't have to do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You and me both.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so some people that I feel like that's not privileged or blessed as we are.
Yeah.
You know, they don't got time to put the time into music because it ain't making them that money.
Yeah.
So I guess you one of the first people that to tell me, oh yeah, like I've been paid for a gig.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because I'm guessing that's where the money comes in.
Oh yeah.
For
Your
as
money
being
gonna
an
come from the
artist.
shows, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You'll make some money over your streams. You know, I said probably in total, I've made a little bit over 1K. You know, in streams, which is cool. I'm not stressing it. You know what I'm saying? Because it is just, it's money that's just gonna sit there until I need something for my artistry. But on the side of promoting and performing, yeah. And I mean, there's other shows I could have done where I could have won prizes. It's so many things that, like I said, again, being that type of artist and that man, that I don't mind being in the background. I'm there to support. You know, a funny thing, I'll go back to Tulum real quick because I actually want to make this very clear, and it's all right. Obviously I watched all your videos, and you know, I mess with each and every one of the three that you had on here: Priv, Karma, and Arrogance. I'm that type of artist, and even at your shows, there'll be a show that I go to of yours, and you're gonna be performing, and you're gonna hear my loud ass singing your song, because that's who I am. I love to show love. I don't think about hate. Hate is so irrelevant in the terminology of growth. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people who did have something to say about it being rigged or whatever the case was, just remember that I was in the background singing. I was in the background vibing out, and all my people that was there for me were also vibing out to y'all. So I mean, that's really it. Like I hate that mentality came across people, because I don't come off as that type of person, and it just sucks. But it's life. Everybody's not gonna be your friend. Every light is not always gonna have an end to dark, and every dark is not gonna have light. You feel me? Like, it's the way life goes. So I do just want to make that very apparent, because that was like my thing watching all three videos, even though my name was brought up in kind of like a positive way in some of them. But I just wanted to let them know, you know, like I was rooting for y'all. I didn't care if I won, you know what I'm saying? No matter who won, I was going to be up there, you know, happy for them. So yeah.
Okay. Basically, I guess that kind of goes into something else. Now, it makes it hard though, because you basically saying, yeah, you're in the back, you chilling, you know what I'm saying, and feel like, hey, like I don't really need to prove myself, really.
Man.
I guess that's what I'm getting.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With that being said, though, now, like I said, you know, I am doing showcases.
Right.
I am doing the showcase, and I know you're aware of it, but this and that is the fact of, though, the one I'm going to do is everybody's challenging Arrogance for the belt. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this one should be a little bit crazy, and I feel like more people should definitely come out because so many people had so much to say about him saying, hey, I'm number one. You know what I'm saying? And not even just I'm number one, but like, y'all not even competing with me. So I guess my question is, do you feel anything to feel like, let me go ahead and show that I could take that belt if I wanted
to? Nah, I'm gonna tell you why. Honestly, arrogance. First of all, that's my boy, man. The idea of it is, to me, initially, right? It's your name. You're arrogant. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your thing. I don't necessarily feel like I have to come prove that I'm an artist. And again, trying to say better or not better, to really proceed with who I am. I feel like at the end of the day, like I know, you know what I'm saying? It would be a little dope competition if I was involved. But unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? I can't be involved this time around. But like I told him that last time when I did judge, and I told him, then he knows. I said, now, if I had been on that stage, you wouldn't have won. That's what I said. Yeah. So, all bygones be all bygones, man. Like, to me, this is my ordeal. And I feel like everybody in El Paso would benefit from this. We all need to practice and remember our lyrics, right? We all need to work on making sure that the crowd is engaged. You know what I'm saying? Having them on some filler words in your chorus, or just really, you know what I'm saying, taking a moment, a little break while the background vocals are playing and just really hype up your audience. You know what I'm saying? And just your stage presence. None of us are that amazing at that. And I say none of us, including myself. Okay? So, yeah.
Okay. I guess one of the last questions I had is that, like I said, you a grown man, you feel me? So, I mean, and I'm 27, so I got family, I got kids. So the question is like, do you feel like it's hard trying to balance everything with family life?
Not my family. I have 7 kids total. 3 kids biologically, 4 kids because of my wife. My family supports me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If Legacy's making music, everybody's quiet in the house.
Okay.
Once the song's over, everybody's coming to tell me if they didn't like it or if they did.
Okay.
What they did like about it, what they didn't like about it. My family helps me promote my music. You know what I'm saying? From my kids. My 2 kids, my 2 oldest that are in high school, their friends literally love my music. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I told you, it takes a village. So with my family, no, I don't think it's hard to balance because my family respects my craft.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My family also trusts me, and the idea, like I'm sure yours does, is that we got money coming in. We everything we got good.
Yeah.
So this right here, trust me in this because I got y'all on this end.
Right.
And I mean, shout out to my family. Shout out to my girl. Like she has my back. That is my backbone. You feel me? Like it is my biggest fan. It's everything an artist could dream of. Finding a woman and a family that really would push you to do music. Because I've been in situations where motherfuckers didn't want me to do music, and I was dumb enough to listen. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought love was present.
Right.
You know what I mean? But nah, man, I find a perfect balance with my family, for real. I do.
Okay. Well, I guess the end is out. Just like let us know what you got coming up.
Okay. So next Saturday, which is the 4th, I will be performing at Mona Bar. That'll probably be my last performance for a bit while I focus on some stuff for my kids because they're about to get out of school and my next project. But y'all come through. It's going to be at Mona Bar. I should be going up about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Stay tuned for some stuff. I'm going to try to work out with this man right here, see what we can get into. Off top wise, I will be in a cypher later on next month, April the 26th. That's definitely something y'all should stay tuned for. If y'all have not checked out Off Top, please make sure y'all do get locked in, because we got some crazy stuff coming up this season. We are in season 3. And then I should be dropping a project called Windows by the end of next month. That one is more Mick Jenkins lane, actually.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's gonna be pretty dope.
Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't disappoint y'all, did I? I don't think I do. So, you know, it's ELP lit. We did get litty. We had us a little lituation, and y'all had some patience with me. So, peace. Yeah.
46 minutes.
Yeah. And I feel like